and welcome back to Melatonin Podcast. I'm Erin,
I'm Jess.
and we're here for the Miami 2025 debrief. And before we jump into anything that was this chaotic ass weekend, I would just like to say a very big congratulations to Max Verstappen and Kelly Piquet on the birth of Lily.
Yeah, let's go. The posts were so cute.
You know what was really funny? You seen the memes that have been coming out of it?
Yeah.
Because she was born on Senna's anniversary, like.
Oh no, I've got like
Brilliant.
PK Verstappen things. I've got like the Yuki stuff. Yeah. I've got loads of
What,
stuff.
the Hey Big Daddy?
The Hey Big Daddy, and then his thing in the car where he's like, drive so it's your baby in the back, I'll be Lily.
He starts like fake crying. Absolute brilliant. I love Yuki Tsunoda so much. Like,
Oh no, I adore him.
my Sheila. So, Emila's coming up,
Imola is coming up, yeah.
and the Alpine garage has been tense, to say the least, with rumours of Franco Colapinto replacing Jack Doohan in Imola.
Yeah, his sponsor, the sponsors leaked it. Like, what's that
We're
about?
back.
We're
No,
so
we're not.
back.
We're not back.
But let's
But,
go.
like, it's nice to see Franco.
It is. I missed him.
Like, if you look back, Franco's really grown on me. Like, if you look back to when Logan was sacked, and like
Oh.
when we first started this podcast, I used to really not like Franco because of like the Logan stuff.
I thought he was funny.
But now he's kind of grown on me.
His interviews
like-
are definitely interesting though. Like,
Oh, aye,
they're
absolutely,
they're something.
definitely. So jumping into the weekend,
Yes.
McLaren, how do you leave 2 flashlights in a car and send the boy out?
Yeah.
What? Like, please, yous aren't stupid. Yous aren't like a first-time team. I understand mechanics are under a lot of stress and it's a very, very tense weekend, but leaving 2 flashlights
Yep.
with Lando's disco ball helmet, he had the perfect opportunity to chuck one of them on and blind half like the grid. Lando's helmet was brilliant, by the way. I love Lando's helmet for Miami. It's so good.
Yeah, the helmet.
You seen the merch? The merch that came out?
No.
He was doing like an after party merch release. There was like a couple of t-shirts and stuff. It was actually kind of nice. I could be wrong. This could have just been a fever dream. Mind you, I've been ill all week.
I've avoided most social medias so I don't cry again.
Yeah, so for anybody brand new listening, Jess is a Ferrari fan. I'm a McLaren fan.
And a Max fan. I'm a Ferrari and Max fan. Do you know how painful this is? Like,
I'm a McLaren, Williams, and Max and UK fan. I'm not a Red Bull fan. I'm a Max and UK fan. There's a difference there.
yeah, no, I'm not a Red Bull fan. I'm a Max fan, and I'll make that very clear.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Ferrari fan. So, I. But yeah, I had a little moment over the last 2 days.
The crash out I witnessed yesterday.
I ended up
If I'm
putting
editing
on...
this, can I chuck a couple of them up?
Yeah, go for it. Like I ended up putting on the 2004 French Grand Prix.
Girl was crashing out last night on FaceTime. It was...
Yeah, so I went Michael Schumacher days. That's exactly what I need in my life.
As you should. So, Liam Lawson, right, that I think that says plenty for how this weekend went down. Liam Lawson, full stop. Please stop. Unsafe release from Liam Lawson, and then Jack Doohan crashing out because both Alpines were released at the same time in sprint quali.
I mean, Lawson's unsafe release isn't Lawson's fault, I guess.
Yeah. But no, it was his fault because his mechanic was telling him to stop.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, I see.
His mechanic was like signalling at him, stop right now.
Oh, so
But he didn't and just went out.
Of course he did. Jesus Christ. Oh, I hate stupid people. Sorry.
At VCarb.
No.
But Jack Doohan, I love you, but it's not that deep at the end of the day.
Oh no, I love him so much. Like,
I love him, but like it's really not that deep to have a crash out down the radio over getting released at the same time as your teammate.
listen, we have crash outs over worse.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, I'm pretty
Speaking of
sure.
crash outs from us, speaking of us having crash outs, I crashed out yesterday when Carlos Sainz got a track limit.
Oh, she did, yeah. The videos, the stories.
There's photos, there's videos. I will probably put a few up. God bless my digital footprint, but I'll probably put a few up because I'm editing this week, so I'll probably put a few up. Also, Kimi Antonelli has managed to beat Sebastian Vettel and is the youngest pole sitter in any format.
He did, he did. I was so excited when I saw it.
How
I
did he
went,
manage
oh.
that then? How did he manage that then?
Honestly, slay though, like,
That was all
genuinely.
that was said in my house. Yeah, that was all that was said in my house last night, and my little sister was like, that Merc is illegal." My little sister has just started watching Formula One and instantly turned to me and went, "That Mercedes is illegal."
Yeah, let's go. Your sister's amazing.
Welcome back, Braun
Oh,
GP. I love Louise.
Verstappen.com
Yeah,
sent a
shout out Louise,
photo.
by the way.
Verstappen.com? What are they up to?
It's probably just the GT stuff.
Oh no, it's a picture of Max. It's literally.
But yeah, we had a wet sprint,
Yeah.
and Charles.
Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it.
You know what? You know what it reminded me of?
What?
You know Lando's crash in Vegas in 2023.
Yep.
That's what it reminded me of because it was very similar, but minus the spinning.
Yeah.
But people made jokes about Lando's, but people haven't made any jokes about Charles's, which I think is a very unfair. If you're gonna joke about one person crashing, you joke about everyone crashing, right?
But
Fair.
then it's like 3 years later and certain things aren't acceptable anymore, I guess. Or whatever, I don't really care.
It's been 4 years since Abu Dhabi. Anyway,
yeah, and
who
some
said
people
that?
still fucking care about it and they shouldn't. Like, Jesus
Who
Christ,
said
grow
that?
up. Sorry.
I know. Even Max has been making jokes about it. Like Max made, I think it was you who sent me the AI generated thing. But obviously we had a safety car sprint start and then a red flag.
Yeah.
Right. How close is Nico Hulkenberg with that Mercedes team? Because what do you mean he just went in and used their bathroom and walked back out?
I love that though. I'm like, you know what? It's
I
like,
rate it.
like, do as you please.
It's like the clip of Sebastian Vettel in like in his Red Bull days, and like I think it was the McLaren toilets,
Yeah.
and he just left the door open the entire time.
Yeah. Well,
What
I mean,
a king!
at the end of the day, like, you're spending most of your year with these people, so you have to be some level of, like, comfortable with them. I guess.
Nico Hulkenberg has never driven for Mercedes a day in his life.
No, but, like, you know what I mean? He's spent how
Yeah.
long on the paddock now? Like, he's
15 years.
yeah, he's going to be comfortable enough to just do whatever he pleases.
Yeah. Also, Max Verstappen getting an FIA bias for not being in position, even though when Lando Norris done the exact same thing as he did, he get a penalty. Anyway. Max, if you're gonna act like VAR, you should take the VAR penalties, right? Take what VAR says about you and not other people as well. That's all I got to say on that.
I have opinions, guys, not on this incident, but opinions of the weekend, and I refuse to share them. I'm not getting in an argument with Erin.
I've been watching a lot of football recently, and that's the VAR thing has just been like stuck in my head. Game's gone, man.
I've been watching Cam Kirkham because it's the only thing that will stop me crashing out, honestly.
Do you know what I was watching on Sunday before the race?
What?
I was watching the snooker.
That's so
Do you know
real.
how bored you have to get to sit and watch snooker?
I was watching tennis, I think, like an old tennis match, and I was like, what is happening? What is this? Like...
Oh my god.
And then I put
I
on
kind of love tennis.
And then I put on the Red Bull soapbox.
The Red Bull soapbox is actually kind of good though.
I put on that, and then I switched it to an old Man United game.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Was that before or after the relegation fight?
Shut up.
But for context, Jess is a Man United fan. I'm a Liverpool fan for our Premier League teams. So,
Yeah.
Right. Kimi Antonelli, I have a bone to pick with you, wee man. Right? I have a little bit of a bone to pick with you. What you mean Oscar pushed you up? Shut up. Forgive me, but shut up,
This
right?
grid is just a bunch of crybabies, honestly. Every single one of them. All they go is, all of them go down the radio and they go, me, 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 me. Right? Just shut up,
We'll
race.
have a talk about attitude of drivers towards the end because we have a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
to
yeah,
say
yeah.
about one specific driver, right?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
And we might get cancelled. We might get cancelled by a certain fan base for this, but it needs to be
Guys, I'm
discussed.
a Ferrari fan. I'd like to say it beforehand. Right, please remember that. Thank you.
I'd like to say I'm a Nico Rosberg fan. So that's my defense here. I'm a Nico Rosberg fan. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. I'm so hungry I could
The
eat Nico
Oscar the
Rosberg.
Oscar beef. Shop. Did you see the one that was I'm so hungry I could eat Frosties, yeah mate, that's all you could eat after your championship one, and
Yeah.
it was Jensen and Nico.
Yeah. No, it was so the slideshows are like, I'm so hungry I could eat Nico Rosberg, and Lewis goes, oh what? And then Max goes, but I'm also so hungry I could eat your eighth title. Oh wait, I already did. Yeah.
This trend, I've seen this trend everywhere, and it is evil. I seen one. I don't know if I sent you it. I seen one, and it was Ferrari, Seb, and Kimi, and it was Kimi going, "I'm so hungry I could eat Mark Webber." Some of these are lethal.
There's
I seen a Fernando one, and it was like, "I'm so hungry I could eat my third world title."
I'm so hungry I could eat friends at dinner.
Dinner with friends. Dinner with friends. I love that photo. Right, for anybody who's new to Formula One that actually listens to this, let's be for we get no plays. But for anybody who actually listens to this and doesn't know what Dinner with Friends is, I'll put it on the screen right now, and then go and listen to our multi-to-one episode because that is absolute brilliance.
Oh yeah, definitely. Dinner with friends, 100%.
Dinner with Friends. We need to recreate that and post it on the on the Instagram.
We do. We definitely do.
Okay, so speaking of Antonelli,
Yes.
how are you causing Max's pit crew? Why? That's all I have to say to Max's pit crew.
I'm just going to remain silent.
Why?
I'll cry if I don't.
Yeah,
yeah.
That says plenty. But how? Even Max was on the radio being like, "You guys are absolutely stupid."
Every team's really stupid this season. But have you noticed that? Like, honestly,
Yeah, it's been a stressful season so far. We're only 5 races in, guys.
It's stressful,
Brilliant.
but so boring. Like, what? Give me some excitement in races, man. What is this?
Carlos in the wall again.
Oh, my Shayla.
My man. My Shayla. I crashed out so violently that night.
Yeah, she did.
Sunday night had us all in the trenches, man.
Sunday night
had
we
us
were,
in the
like,
trenches.
Most of us were in tears of some form.
We're
Like,
filming this on the Tuesday, like after Miami.
yeah.
Like we're filming this like 6 hours before it needs to get uploaded.
Like, couldn't film yesterday because, like, our usual day is Monday, but Erin sounded dead, and I
was on my deathbed.
and I was still mid crash out, transported over the day.
Yeah. So, somebody please check in on Fernando Alonso.
I know, it's every single race.
And you know who it's been? Every race?
Lawson.
Liam Lawson.
He's always had
Lawson.
like he's always had a thing against the Spaniards. Honestly, we've saw it from the start.
What has he done? Like what is Fernando done?
I know. It started last season when he replaced.
It started last
Danny?
season when the argument when it was, I think it was Austin? Or no, it was Austin or Vegas.
Yeah.
And he was like, like Alonso was like trying to teach him really nicely, like listen, like really really nice but really sternly, like listen, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Take it from me, you don't do that,
No, literally.
right? Speaking of Fernando Alonso, I seen a belt or Instagram reel yesterday.
No.
Fernando Alonso saying Max in P4 when he's P5, knowing he's got a girlfriend and two kids at home, and it's just him
I've
rubbing
s-
his hands together.
no, I've saw so much of them. They're mostly Oscar edits, so they're like, well, I knew he'd break. He's got a wife and kids at home, and I'm like, oh,
God.
this meme will never leave.
I I really don't think it will, and I'm so glad it won't because it is
Oh, I
brilliant.
love it so much, honestly.
It's so good.
Um,
Albon, right? Alex Albon, what happened with you? Because I seen there was no penalty given out, but apparently he was in trouble
yeah, I
with
did.
the FIA for something.
Yeah, I saw it and then went, oh, okay.
Okay, but free my boy Albon. He done nothing wrong,
No,
right?
the FIA are all over the place. I literally just accept it now. I'm just
Sebastian
alright.
Vettel for FIA president.
Yeah.
Free
Yeah,
my boy.
literally.
Right. So as it was Miami, we had a lot of celebrities. And we had Brittany Broski in the Red Bull garage, which by the way, Yuki Tsunoda Royal Court win.
We had
Need that.
What we had Tate McRae there as well. We had,
Was she there? I didn't see her.
I don't know. She was meant to be, but I didn't see any pictures.
Yeah.
I know that Casey J was in V Carb.
Yeah, and do you know who else was in V Carb? Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
I got a bone to pick with him right now. So, he was gifted some of the Enchante F1 Academy V Carb merch, right?
I was going to bring that up.
And at the end of the clip, he asked what Enchante was.
Wah.
Like, I understand not knowing a lot about the driver's personal lives, but dog, you've got to know what Enchante is.
Literally. Come on.
Oh my god.
Anyway, speaking of
Like-
that,
Like, yeah.
the official apparel for F1 Academy.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Which, it's literally just for V Carb though.
Yeah, but it's still cool.
It is actually. I really was tempted to get the merch. I looked at the email that I got sent from Enchante, and then looked at my bank account and just went
Went, oof. It's fine.
big sigh, big sigh.
Payday's Friday, guys.
Payday's Friday. £60 in my bank. Let's go.
Literally, I'm so excited. Like, do you know?
Right.
I got birthday money and stuff. Right, it's gone.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Jess, by the way. We're filming this like a couple days after our birthday,
Yeah, my
but like,
birthday
happy
was
birthday, babe.
Saturday. Thank you. Let's go.
But like, I need to know if Brittany Broski is listening. Right, which let's be fair here. She's not. Get Yuki Tsunoda on Royal Court.
Oh,
Or
please.
Alex Albon. I think Alex Albon on Royal Court would be really funny.
Oh no, Alex Albon 100%. But Yuki would be equally as funny. I want both.
Yuki would be brilliant. Yuki would be absolutely brilliant.
He would either one. Get either one.
Either. Please, either of them. It would be brilliant. Thank you, Diva. I've spoken.
Then
Why was there so many virtual
that's what I was just about to say. Yeah, the yellow flag warnings that just kept going and going and going was ridiculous. I guess it was probably still finding
I
Lego
watched-
on the track or something, mate.
My TV like glitched out when it was changing from yellow to green flag all the time.
Mm.
To the point I had to like reset my whole last TV. It was bad. Like, I understand if you're still finding Lego on the track, but come on.
Yeah, speaking of the Lego, that was so class. Like,
One of the best driver parades ever.
Lego driver parade every time. They all looked as though they were having so much fun. Like, I fully went to Lewis's account to watch that full like video that he took.
I went to Albon's. I went to... Did you see the clip of Nico Hulkenberg falling over Gabrielle?
Yeah. No, my favourite thing was just seeing the Ferrari, Alpine, and Mercedes like battling it out. They all looked so happy, and then Max was just being Max. Bumped the back of the McLaren at the start of it. Honestly, they looked as though they were having so much fun. It was so nice to watch.
So I think Miami personally is a horrible, horrible track.
I hate it so much.
However, the vibes are immaculate.
The
I love
vibes
it.
are
I
great, but
love
I
the
hate it.
energy.
Also, can we talk about the fact that like part of the track was pretty much underwater,
Yeah, that was
and like
some.
F1
But
Academy
Miami
got
is like,
cancelled.
yeah, but like Florida on its own, especially like the Miami area, is known for just spontaneous mini hurricanes and like really bad rain.
Yeah, same here, mate.
So like, oh, absolutely, same here in Scotland, man.
Same here. Any
Except we don't get the heat.
Yeah, we don't. Well, actually, recently, to be fair,
Yeah, it's been really warm here recently. I'm in the middle of trying to tie my hair up, and I can't use this headscarf. You're fucking kidding me.
I said I say recently, guys, right? But like I told, we're going like 20 degrees, 22 degrees, and we're like sweating, complaining, like life is hell. And I turned to my American
Yeah,
friend, and she's like, "That's freezing," and I'm like, "No," because I put it into Fahrenheit for her.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I transferred it for her, and she's like, "That's cold," and I went, "No, that's not cold."
Yeah,
What?
but like, it's all about the humidity as well. Like,
It is, yeah. But she's like,
it,
I'm not gonna say where she's from in America, to be fair, but
she like mainland America. Like, she ain't on like coast or anything.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Like
Yeah,
proper
right. Okay,
mainland.
so she ain't as humid as the coastlines.
Yeah.
Okay, that says plenty.
Anyways,
But
Lewis Hamilton's
that's our
radios.
talk for. Oh my god! Right. I feel like that says enough for my reaction to Lewis Hamilton.
Go on a tea break.
I'm going to shut up. Shut up.
No, I
Like,
love sassy radios so much, right? But
I
like,
love a sassy radio,
see
but
on a day that
pack it in.
see the day that I'm already crushing out over how bad Ferrari are, right? Like I don't need added. Like the fact that they didn't even
Leave the
tell.
football before the football with
It's the
you.
fact that they didn't communicate it with Charles either. They were just like, and then he waited too late. Wait, okay, hold on. I've got my notes from my Hamilton's fan friend. Hold on. Uh,
Up on desk.
he said, okay. He went, it's so bad. Oh sugar.
Pack it up, George Russell. Sorry.
Uh, okay. So Hamilton's like wanting to switch, right? And they're complaining it's not good teamwork. And then they finally make a switch 3 laps late when Hamilton's tires are already not as great.
Yeah.
And then in China, when you asked, I moved, and then they went understand we'll switch cars, and Hamilton went yeah have a tea break while you're at it, right? And then Ted spent like ages laughing at Ferrari's "We'll get back to you."
I love Ted Kravitz so much. I got such a love-hate
Right.
relationship with him, but after this weekend, I love him.
No, it was
I
so
love him so
funny.
much.
And
He's
then
absolutely
Charles complained he was stuck. Lewis was on fresh mediums, which got wasted pretty much.
brilliant.
But Ferrari never communicated the switch with Charles beforehand. Like,
I think the problem with Ferrari, in my personal opinion, looking at it from a papaya perspective, I'll get onto something that happened in the papaya team in a little bit, right? But I think they're so used to not winning, like recently, that they've just gave up, and it's like an every man for themselves situation with Ferrari,
yeah. Oh no, the signs
which it very
incident.
much been.
The signs incident when Lewis was told that Sainz was 1.4 behind, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and Lewis was like, "You want me to let him pass as well?"
Oh my god! Right, I actually thought you were going to talk about his radio after Miami. I nearly started crying. Like I nearly started crying hearing that. He's lost a lot of confidence, but Signs. Listen, right? You took that man's seat. I suggest you like pipe down when you talk about Carlos Sainz when he overtook you in a Williams.
Let Carlos pass, mate. Let him pass.
Yeah, he overtook you in a Williams. I really suggest you stop talking right now. Like, no
Literally.
offense to him, but like,
Oh,
yous are
sorry.
not high up in in the constructors, yous are not high up in the drivers' championship, yous are not doing well as a team. So respectfully, don't get cheeky on the radios.
Oh my god! And then we can talk about Lewis Hamilton Met Gala, right? If we're on the topic of Hamilton.
I'm gonna take back everything I just said. He absolutely slayed at the Met Gala.
He did well at his co-chair part, honestly. Like, he slayed.
Wow.
That king.
Speaking of the Met Gala, did you see? I can't pronounce his name, but he plays Sonny Hayes. No, not Sonny Hayes. He's in the F1 movie.
The one that he had his suit on and then he pulled the suit off and he had like yeah. I was like, oh my god.
I loved the Met Gala this year. I honestly, oh my god.
I loved it so much.
They should bring more F1 drivers to the Met Gala. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're missing.
Danny Rick was 2023, right?
Yeah, Danny Rick when he met Anne Hathaway, and it was like a whole thing. And Anne Hathaway was like a really big fan of Daniel. Shout out my girl. Brilliant. You know who should be invited to the Met Gala? Who I think has been heavily underrated for his style for years? Zhou Guanyu.
Oh, 100%. His style is amazing.
Zhou Guanyu. Get that man in the Met Gala right now.
Literally.
Right? Brilliant. Absolute brilliance. I think more athletes should be in the Met Gala. Like, if they're known for being, like, fashionable on their way to, like, the stadium, the track, whatever, they should absolutely be invited to the Met Gala.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because it's a good crossover, like, especially for, like, this is going to sound really, really weird, right? But as a fashion girly who loves sports as well, I think that would be a brilliant crossover, because the closest thing that I got to a Victoria's Secret fashion show watch this year was F175.
What did you send me?
Like...
Oh, for goodness sake. Sorry.
It was just me texting you, but I can't fucking hear you!
No, it was the Instagram real thing on the group chat.
Alright. No. But, like, Zhou Guanyu is heavily underrated in his fashion sense, and I wholeheartedly believe that he would have done brilliant with this. At any Met Gala. Anna Wintour, get on that, please, Diva.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realise that a lot of girls who like Formula 1 also really like fashion. Like, a lot of the Formula 1 girlies that I know are also heavily fashion obsessed and love the Met Gala and love things like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a good crossover.
Exactly.
And it's good PR for both. That's all I'm saying. That's my final thoughts. But I think we've covered everything.
Yeah.
For this weekend.
Yeah.
So, thank you for listening to the Mullet Fun Podcast, guys. I've been Erin.
I've been Jess.
And we'll see you next week. Next week? Yes, we'll all see you next week.
Of course we'll see them next week.
We just need to figure
them next week.
We just need to figure out what we're filming, because it's no race this week.
Yeah, we can work
so
that out.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, don't worry. Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.